Thank you, Chairwoman Eshoo. I know this is an issue that is very important to you and you've been involved with for a long time, and that's the cutting edge of biomedical research. As we celebrate the 20th anniversary of the mapping of the human genome this year, it's an opportunity to examine how far we've come and how scientists are charting a path forward to lead to new discoveries to improve public health. And the purpose of today's hearing is to examine the current state of biomedical research in the U.S. and explore the opportunities for the future of innovation, investment, and equity in healthcare. Our nation is fortunate to have the greatest biomedical researchers in the world, working every day in clinics and labs to advance our basic understanding of disease in living organisms and apply that foundational knowledge to the development of treatments and cures. Historically, our health system is focused on treating or preventing diseases broadly in the average patient. This has resulted in treatments and drugs that work well for some, but have little to no effect on others. In the last decade, however, we've seen transformative changes in the field of biomedical research. One such example is the advancement of precision medicine, which seeks to individualize treatment and care by accounting for patient-specific genes, environment, and lifestyle. For example, research and development in precision medicine has helped advance immunotherapy treatments for oncology. If we're to continue to build on this work, we'll need to leverage new technological tools and methods of study, such as genetic phenotyping, quantum computing, novel clinical trial designs, as well as traditional basic and translational research. As we examine the current state of biomedical research, we must keep equity at the forefront of our efforts. The ongoing COVID-19 pandemic has demonstrated what many have all along known, that our health system disadvantages minority communities and inadequately addresses their needs. We must examine and account for diverse populations in data collection, as well as recognition of potential biases in artificial intelligence, biomedical research, the development of drugs, devices, and treatments. It's also important that we ensure Americans can access these drugs and treatments, and that's a critical component of the Build Back Better Act that the House passed last month. Today, far too many Americans are being forced to ration their medications, go without needed treatments, or exhaust their life savings because prescription drug costs are too high. And it's simply not fair that Americans pay 3, 4, or 10 times as much for the exact same drugs as people in other countries pay. And the Build Back Better Act will make prescription drugs more affordable by finally giving Medicare the ability to negotiate lower drug prices with the pharmaceutical companies. Seniors will also pay no more than $2,000 a year in out-of-pocket costs for their drugs, and the legislation penalizes pharmaceutical companies that unfairly raise prices. The bill also allows the federal government to negotiate insulin prices and lowers those prices to no more than $35 a month for Americans with diabetes. And this legislation finally begins to provide relief to Americans at the pharmacy counter without threatening innovation. So I look forward to hearing from our panel of experts who have significant experience in academic, clinical, regulatory, and commercial settings. The future of biomedical research depends on the synergy between these fields, and the fruits of their labor will transform our health system to promote wellness for all Americans. So again, I thank the chairwoman for convening this hearing and continuing her work to move the ball forward on such an important topic, and I yield back.